Job. Greetings, all my dreamers and dreamettes. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support my brand, because I'm a fashion designer and I have the dopest brand in the streets right now, it's Inspired by Dreams. Shop, and that's dreams with three Z's at the end. So don't forget me on that. Support the brand, you guys. You know it's hard out here for us fashion designers, but when you got that drip, you got that drip. Okay, so how's the energy going on today, man? I just want to send a lot. There's a lot of healing energy that we got to dish out today. A lot of people need it. I see a lot of things going on, as far as just our communities and in hip hop. So we're gonna try to cover everything and put it all in one gumbo pot and give it out to you. Plus, I got some new jewels for you guys to just take with you and go along with your days, and just things to help you open your mind up to new things. So, the first thing I want to start off with, I have to start off with the newest playlist ad, man. And this is an artist that's, I feel like his grind is impeccable, man. And it's Memphis Bleek. It's Memphis Bleek. Memphis Bleek has been dropping consistently songs after songs after songs, and each one of them has just been rising, rising, and rising. It's like he's coming and coming and coming. So to this one, pause. On this one right here, Bands Up, y'all gotta go check it out. I'm adding it to my playlist, Memphis Bleek. He's dropped a lot of hits in the past, and he's keeping it pushing. And I feel like, yo, man, Memphis is stepping to the forefront of that stage. And I will look forward to like a show or something in the summertime where you see Memphis Bleek up there just performing his new stuff and just mixed it in with his old stuff. So shouts out to Memphis Bleek because his new song, and he has a video out there. So you guys go check that out, man. Just add it to your playlist. Trust me, trust me. It's heat. It's fire. He's fire. Okay, so I told you guys, like you seen in my recent, I did a reaction to I want to send some healing energy out to Janice Combs. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That's Diddy's mom. For just what she's been going through, and it's been hard. And as the older you get, the more you intake as far as like just that type of energy and things that surround you, especially social media. It can be, detrimental to yourself. So I'm glad that she had enough. I'm sending some healing energy out to her, of just having them heart pains or her chest pains. Me myself, I had chest pains before. It's one of the scariest things. I had chest pains, but my doctor told me it was anxiety. So whoever went through anxiety know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So healing energy out to her, and I just wanted to touch on that just a little bit. But I'm gonna stay off of Diddy's mom because I'm not really into talking about people's folks, and I just because she has really nothing or anything to do with this. As far as like Diddy now, I'm hearing his ex. Her name is Misa Hylton. She's releasing like a book, and I'm not sure if it's like a tell all or anything like that. But I'm just pretty. She's a beautiful lady. I'm pretty sure she's just telling her experiences. It's just her growing up. Everybody has a story. So when you see somebody is gonna release something and something that maybe could add to the culture, that's something you would want to tune into. So she's releasing that book, and it's gonna have a lot of things in it, details that maybe it's gonna be very interesting just to see the other side of somebody playing the role of um, being a mother or baby mother to a mogul and somebody of that stature. How her life went. So I think that's gonna be very interesting. So shouts out to her. And what else? What else? What else? We have so many. It's so many things that was going on that I've seen. That shouts out to Nas, my favorite rapper. I have so many favorites, but he's in everybody's top five. But shouts out to Nas. Billboard, they are giving him the what? Let me just make sure I get it right for my guy. So Illmatic is the number one rap album of all time they're labeling, and I believe Nas he should get the number one album between him, Jay Z, and Biggie. Number one albums they release, and I believe that Nas earned his stay with that Illmatic. It's a test of time, and you can listen to it right now, and that album still feels like he made it yesterday, and especially with the releases of his new music. Nas has never stopped on this run, and if I know his journey is so much more things to go for Nas and so many more doors to open. I'm just happy to hear that they're giving that recognition. So shouts out to Nas. Um, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Good energy, y'all. Good vibes this morning. I hope y'all take some good vibes with you out of this. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning into the chat. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. And also, I seen something that maybe I think it kind of went a little bit overboard, and maybe I felt like I could step in and say a few things just to kind of like ease this whole back and forth thing with Sexy Red, going at Lord Jamar. Now, I heard what Lord Jamar said. He was in a recent podcast. No, it wasn't a podcast. Excuse me. It was the Art of Dialogue interview where Jamar said, Lord Jamar said that he he gave like I don't even. It's bad to even repeat. He said that she looks like she stinks, and um, he was just commenting on her. Just her all around taste and dressing and how. Look, listen. I feel like if he looks back at this, especially when it comes to the people that's coming up in the hip hop industry, if he looks back on this, I'm pretty sure because Lord Jamal's a smart dude. He's an intelligent guy, so I'm pretty sure he will look back on this and say, you know what, maybe I took that the wrong way and I might have said something a little too far. Because you can't. The reality of it is, we don't know how she smells. I'm pretty sure he doesn't either. And judging somebody's as far as how they look and their features, that's all opinionated. So those are things that you could leave off of Instagram, you can leave off of social media, or just saying something like that in general, because it leads people to think that it comes from a hating place. Now, I do hear things about Sexy Red, but at the end of the day, disrespecting artists when they're trying to come up. We are a lot of these artists that we're seeing right now. We're watching them in their beginning stages, and we're watching them make mistakes in front of us. And I'm seeing that her she makes dope music, and at the same time, it's her image and some of her early things, that some of the choices she made in her earlier come up, that I feel like people are still attaching to her, as far as like she had like some products with some funny names, or some names that wasn't really too um you know you could say like kid savvy, and people hold her to that. But at the end of the day, from that point, she's still grown as an artist and she's still moving up. So when you say something like that on a female, you could apologize to her, Lord Jamal. You're a grown man. You've grown. You're not like type of dude that's gonna not just be ignorant. I know you're not an ignorant dude, so I know you can apologize just for the things that you said to Sexy Red, about Sexy Red. Maybe you might not like her as an artist, but just to say that how she give your opinion on how she looks or how she smells, when you don't really actually know that, you could apologize for that. So that's all I was saying on that. I don't want to get in nobody's business with that, but as far as Sexy Red, she's like one of those artists that I'm just watching. I'm watching her go through what she has to go through and just seeing how she takes it. So yeah. So I think he could just apologize on that, because I think it was just a little too much overboard. If you want to critique somebody or even have a joke on somebody, kind of bring it close to something that might not attach to that's because you always got to think about it. You say something like that now, how she smell or this and that, and people are on the online or take that and run with it, and every time somebody sees it, they're mentioning that. It can get you. All these things could be avoided. All I'm saying. Um, oh, did you guys, before we get into I had we're gonna talk about the Eminem situation and everything, but before you get into this, did you guys hear about the new look? Okay, there's new AI cameras, and these cameras right here, this is what's gonna get everybody locked up from New York all the way to Texas. Let me tell you, it says new AI speed cameras, and these cameras, they can see inside the vehicle, and also they can identify if what the person, how many people are in the vehicle. What else? If the person is using a phone, or can even see who's behind the wheel, and so they can pick up your identification with this new AI speed camera. But what you guys are not realizing, these cameras are moving up in technology at just as fast as all this AI stuff, and technology is becoming more and more, you could say, smarter, and So now eventually that's going to turn into, if anybody's walking or like the stop and frisk laws and things like that, anybody's walking or driving with guns, they're going to have these AI products that can see what you're wearing or do something and see if you have guns in the vehicle, and that's going to end up to be a bad situation. So all the criminals out there, it's not looking good for you guys. You guys are doing really bad out there if you're still doing these crimes or just stealing cars and things like that. They every day they're adding implementing new things that could combat all the stuff that you guys are coming up with. So that's something that we definitely gotta look out for. So I thought that was crazy. I just wanted to bring it to you guys. Now they're saying that Eminem. So Eminem, he has this track. I did not hear it yet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was stuck on the Memphis Bleek track, and the band's up. I was happy for that. So I gotta check out the Eminem's track. But I'm hearing that he allegedly dissed Diddy in the track and some bars. Um, I mean, it's kind of like, I just feel like when it comes to like talking on anything situations with Diddy, people should lay off the jokes. This is what I'm talking about. Like the jokes and things like that. It been in serious situations, lay off the jokes and the things on the side that would just make things just go crazy. Diddy is already dealing with his own situation. He has his family members that's getting sick. He has his financial situations, and he also has these allegations hovering over his head. Why? Look, I can. Eminem is a goat, but I'm just saying, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I hear what I hear how people are going in on everybody, and I feel like that's the type of energy people feel like they want to take. But at the end of the day, that man has to deal with whatever he's done, and in time we'll see that. We don't have to add in extra kicks and extra punches, because what sense does that make? Even if Diddy goes in and he has to face these things, it still hurts hip hop regardless any way we look at it. So we just want to really be mindful of the things that we put out there, because just selling music when you know you can make, Eminem is a big artist. He could make music, or, and it would carry out to, he has so many fans, so many fans that he didn't really have to. But hey, I'm not knocking anybody for how they control their pen. Hey, Diddy brought this on himself. If you didn't want people to talk about you, you shouldn't have done the crime. So I'm not gonna knock it, because I'm a content creator too, and some things that I see that maybe I feel like I can maybe say something on, or maybe add something to it that maybe can help a situation or enlighten somebody about a situation. I always go through with it, so I'm not gonna knock anybody else. It's almost like I just, sometimes if you don't agree with somebody, it doesn't mean that he doesn't necessarily have to just knock him for everything he does. So it's a choice that people make. Um, What else? What else? One thing before we get into anything else, I want to just tell you, like, I've been seeing a lot, especially I've been doing a lot of reactions on a lot of crimes that's going on out there, just trying to enlighten people on what people are doing and how they're doing it and the results of these things. And what I notice about a lot of crimes, especially when it comes to us guys, two things that always stand out is three things actually: money, females, and their male ego. Those three things. Those three things are the thing right now that's it's just making dudes lose their minds, because they feel like they have to be a certain type of male, or a male that's presented on social media, to feel like the value that they're giving out they can receive or be in a relationship. And to be honest with you, when it comes to ego and things like that, an ego will stop you from getting ahead. An ego will stop your journey, and it will stop you dead in your tracks, crash you in the wall. You got to get rid of your ego, especially in these times as a male, because your ego can lead you into making the wrong decisions. I'm seeing so many people could have resolved so many situations, but they had no choice in their mind to turn to a weapon. But in reality, you could have sat down and talked to somebody, or just even don't even bother dealing with the situation, and you would have been better off. So the male ego is what I'm seeing right now in these times. It's affecting a lot of people more than the alcohol and the drugs they do, because some people have this thing in their mind where if something happens to them, they feel like they have to do the most extreme to the person back to feel like they're compensated in that altercation. For me, that's not the way to think about it. you in life, it's almost like you're walking through like a big maze in life. And sometimes you hit a wall and you have to turn around and go the other way. And that's just sometimes how you have to treat people that's not on the same energy as yourself. If you go out there and you have a bad energy about yourself and you bump into somebody with that same exact energy, those two bad energies is not going to equal a positive energy. Those two bad energies are going to collide, and whatever y'all felt like y'all was going to do or said y'all was going to do, that's gonna all draw out and play out right there in that particular time or incident. We don't need these type of things that's going on because and let me tell you something, y'all. I put up a reaction on a girl. She was 16 years old, and she was a lesbian girl, and she wasn't really too sure about herself. She was going through some family problems, some family issues. Her mother was dating a new guy as a new boyfriend, and I guess her not, I don't know. You can never tell what's going on behind the doors of these families, but whatever was going on in there, it made her turn around and end up shooting the boyfriend now and shooting her own mother. And the gun was her mother's. So when you have a weapon in a place where it's unstable or you have mental health going on, you guys are arguing back and forth, maybe a little domestic violence here and there, and there's a weapon involved. Eventually, that's going to be the thing that's going to be the go-to one day, and that's going to be the thing that's ruining whoever life that pick it up. We can't we have to find as a society find different ways of just solving things, and that would take down some of the crime, not all of it, but some of it. The next things we have to deal with is just the deceptional images that we are being placed upon us. Some of us can deal with it and understand the difference, but we're watching now that the 20-year-old, I say from the early 20s to early 30s, they're believing in this stuff. And not only are they believing in this stuff, they're going out there and committing these crimes. I have a new reaction video going up today on a it's not even smash and grab y'all no more. It's crash and grab. So now they go steal somebody's car or rent somebody or take somebody's car from out the street, and they tie up a rope to it and put it up to the gate, and then they crash into it and then pull the gate open and trying to run up into people establishments to steal, not knowing that their idiot self, there's a camera watching them do all of this nonsense that people say every single day, and they feel like just because they have a cover up a face or this and that. But this is how they get caught. The red lights and all the lights they had to pass to get to this place, they could trace it back. The whole world is being watched. So once they start doing the rewinding, they can take it back to you using the bathroom before you left your house and put that gun in your waist. So now when they catch back up with you and they give you all this time, you're stuck in the system. You're stuck in the system. And for what? Because you want a pair of sneakers? Who cares about all this nonsense? I have sneakers over here that I don't even wear because I just don't have the right outfit for it. And I start to think to myself, why did I even buy those sneakers? Because you have to sometimes it's not all about the having things in abundance. It's just having the right things that suit you as a person. People out here going and stealing from good people and then decide to come back to this after the guy fixed the store. Now in the daytime it's probably the same damn kids coming to the store to try to buy sneakers. I mean, people nowadays don't know how to work hard for what they really want. It's because they hear the results that are coming out from the past 9 to 5 workers or whoever they feel they deem to feel like they're working hard and not getting compensated for it. They don't want to be like that, so they just want to take it. But the more you take, it's just quicker for you to end up in prison. Nobody wants to leave their family or their loved ones to risk their life and be in prison. Let me tell you, for the young people out there, the you leave your girlfriend in these times. You leave your guy in these times. Look, let me tell you, love out here is hard to find. You got people out here that will love on somebody. I'm not talking about bad people out here. There's good people out here that's single, and the only reason why they single because these other idiots, they'd rather try to date somebody that's with somebody than date somebody that's single. Their whole life is backwards. If you try to date somebody that's with somebody and you get that somebody, don't you think somebody else can take that somebody from you at one point? There's a lot of good single people out here just like this, waiting with their love. Like I can't give it up to that, and they're trying to find their partners. So when you put yourself in a place where you're gonna be in prison, now you're gonna there's guys in there, but they didn't tell you guys that. They didn't tell or they, you believe the stories on YouTube that oh every guy that went to prison was sleeping with a guard. You know how lucky you gotta be, or how much game you have to kick up to be locked up and then sleeping with a guard? Are you crazy? If you don't have more game than me on the streets, what makes you think that you have more game with me in prison? More game than me in prison. You don't have that. Those guards have boyfriends and husbands. You think that every guard, because there's guards in prison, that you're gonna get a chance to sleep with them? This is a dream that these guys are thinking in their head. This is an illusion. The reality of that is that you're around men. And if you're not a gay man, that's going to be uncomfortable for you for a man to see you naked. And he don't even know you. And you guys got to shower together. You got to think about there's no benefits behind prison. There's no benefits in it. All these females you see online and social media, you can't even get a taste of that beautiful queen because you in prison because you did something stupid. And don't you even know the real queens? They don't. It's not about what you dress or what's in your pocket. It's about who you are as a person. But you sit there and you're trying to be this macho man with all these labels on you, and when you even get with the female, you can't even pay for dinner. Does it make sense? So for dinner now, what you're gonna pull out the scamming credit card that you got in your back pocket? You think you can start a family, or she's gonna trust a man to be with a guy that's you're not even sturdy. So you want her to just bank on this whole scam life thing you got going on for yourself. I see why people don't, it's the mistakes that you make and then you put them on other people, but it's people hurt people that believed in them. You know how sad that is? People believing in you to do something and do the best you can and be the best person you are, and then you just throw it all away because you want to live up to what some other man or somebody else you see is doing. Meanwhile, all the guys that you be seeing that thinking it's a player this, player that, they probably beating on their girls at home, not even treating these females right. But you looking up to somebody because of what they're wearing or how much money they got up to their damn ear on social media like a fool. If they got the money up to their ear, they don't got it in their bank account. But they're gonna slap that money on the when he takes you out to eat on the thing, and you think that's gonna be there forever. It's not substantial. Females are getting smarter and smarter every day and understanding what a real man is. And you're falling way behind because you're still taking on this little kid mentality. That is not the way to go. I wouldn't put that on anybody. That is not the way to go. Most of these crimes that we're seeing are from mental health people and younger folks. And those and mental health people, they don't know what the hell they're doing because their mind is already corrupt. And it's not, some of them is not even their fault. And then you got the kids looking up, so they don't even know what they're doing because they're looking and they don't even know the consequences. So we're like stuck in this middle of people just lost. And you got to pick out of that bunch? Come on. Wisen up, people. There's a lot more things to enjoy in life than just banking and throwing money on these situations and getting yourself into situations that you can't enjoy your life. You would rather enjoy your life from home than be in prison. Trust me. You can make your house feel like paradise if you're comparing it to that. Come on, man. That's an easy win. That's not even something you really have to, rack your mind about. Like, that's just something that it's common sense, man. I just don't want to see the youth out there just throwing their lives away. And the more I say it, I know every day we're gonna see on the news more people, but I'm just hoping less and less and less and less until there's none. That's what we all hoping for. This type of energy, this just killed and just like it ain't anything. Or drill music had a lot to do with this, and I don't care who I don't care who's mad at me for saying it. I don't care if you love drill music or that's the only type of music you can make. Or look, let me tell you something. When you put revengeful words are powerful. You use those same words and you put it on a song and talk about how many people and demonic people you killed and all this that energy travels over to your ops is what you call them, and they're doing the same thing. That energy circling right there is death energy. There's nothing coming out of it but death. That energy took on a light and went to New York, all over the world, even in UK where they used to, they say they used to never have weapons as much. Even they're going through problems because of this. The youth is listening to the music and they thinking this is it. Let's slide. It sounds like the right thing to do. Let's slide. And for every 4 people in that car that's going to take that ride and slide, there's always that one person in the back knowing that he has good parents at home and he's just following behind these dumbos in the front. And he's going to get himself in trouble and he's going to get the same time as those fools. There's always one out of the bunch that know better, but just didn't have the strength and the mindset to tell those people no. I hope your kids are not one of them. And you teach your kids to have a mind for themselves and let them know that if they value themselves, they don't care how anybody else looks at them or tries to treat them because they already know their value. And you'll become a better person. And you'll avoid a lot of stuff. Because this whole macho man, who's tougher than who, that's not going to last too long. It's who's smarter than who. Can I get an amen? You know how many tough people there is in this world? And you want to bank on that to change the world? That ain't a smart decision. Tough with the brains, it's not usually, they don't usually, And that's why I come on here and tell you guys, like, yo, don't believe in these people because there's going to be a lot. The future is telling. The future is going to tell it all. Even if their mouths are shut or sewn shut, the future will tell it all. Because the more and more we have technology, the more and more, all these people, they're living off of other people's secrets, man. They're all in trouble. They got so many secrets holding over their head, they can't even, they need an umbrella when it ain't raining. These people are in trouble, man. It's not even this is not to the point, this is to the point where we have, as a people, we have to be more careful who we support. So we don't take that intake of energy in, because we see that it is contagious. We see that being, with all the trauma and all that negative energy could travel into other people's household. You see Diddy's mom. I was sad when I heard that. I said, damn, these are type of things where karma's coming, but you just don't want to see it, you don't want to face it, you don't want to deal with it. Because these type of situations has well been done before. The cycle doesn't change. That karma pours so deep into your family and your kids and their kids and they, you'll be surprised. Sometimes you feel like you've been here before. And I hear that. You're probably right. Because we see so many things that's going on in this world that people make these same mistakes. And no matter how many times you tell them, they gotta experience it, even if their life depends on it. And that's the reason why you have to be focused and know what you're doing and have a blueprint for everything you do. Have a purpose for everything you do. Don't just be that person just sailing in the wind and don't know what's next. Those are the people that's going to be lost in life. But between technology, food prices, gas prices going up, I don't know what to tell you. I'm scared. I'm scared my damn self. I'm not no big millionaire. Are you kidding me? We regular folks, and we trying to make the best that we can and have the best experience of our life. We don't want to be fooled and all these people. They want you to buy into them. They ain't giving you no money to help your family. All these artists do all this, I love this and I love that and I do this for my community. Look how many kids and their parents out there, mothers out there crying and little girls losing their life. You ain't see one artist go over there and help that family out or say something about that family or make one song about a family or make one song about a little girl or make one song about a little boy that can bring somebody up. All you hear them is with the music that's numbing you. That's all you hear. Meanwhile, girls every single day getting sexual abuse and people getting hurt every single day and they say they can't come up with it. What do you mean you can't come up with it? Write it down. I do poetry. I could write it down. Why can't you do that? Why can't you just apply yourself and write something that's going to be substantial to the community instead of being so... It's so easy to be negative. It's so easy to diss somebody and make these jokes. Remember I told you about the back of the class syndrome. People just jump on here because they want to make jokes, not want to cover in the fact that, yo, things has to change. You know, some of these guys dropping out of school was the worst thing they ever did in their life. And it's not because of what job or how much money you're making. It's about your social life. It's about how you react to like the authority and people that's above you. These are the things that school also adds in that people don't talk about. Then you have to listen to your teacher, bring back some results on a deadline, homework. These are the things that you couldn't even keep up with. So how are you going to keep up with life? You got to get back to your lady. You got to stay married, stay committed. You have to be there for her, spend time with her. You can't even keep up with in high school. How you figure you gonna keep up with your female? You don't love her. Come on, man. You just like her. And that's why when a real man come around and snatch your queen, you got your mouth open like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what? You didn't love her enough. Like, you didn't even love her correctly. The love that you was displaying was artificial. Nobody wants that. You could take that back. See guys out here complaining every day, oh, my baby mom. That's the choice you made. You laid down and slept with that person and you feel now you're going to call her crazy in front of your kids. And so now you're calling your baby mother crazy in front of the kids. You look crazy out there. It's disrespectful, and there's certain things you don't need to bring online. Because you disrespecting her is only disrespecting yourself if she's a resemblance of your family, if you had laid down and slept with her and had a baby. It's common sense to tell these guys that. But these guys have like a boy mentality that I just can't get around. I'm like, damn, why y'all stuck in that? The more you tell them they want to laugh and joke. I got more money than you. Ha ha. It's like, what are you talking about? You don't get more love than me. I could bank you on that. I could bank you on that. I could bank the best billionaire in hip hop on that. Are you kidding me? It's not about how much money you make. It's about the love you receive and the love you give out. And that in turn makes your legacy live longer. These guys think legacy has something to do with something they paid for. That's that hip hop sample wanna be him on. We don't do that. That's not what it's about. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than you thinking you can write something down and make something up the next day. It's deeper than that. It's about actually going out there and being the person you speak about, not just pretending on one song or two. And this is the reason why some of these females be so confused with you guys, because you guys go out there and say you're this person, but then you act like this person. I can't even blame them. And we got this other you got so many people coming out now, and you see people, you know, they're trying to tell their story. But what I would say for the females, if you have a story, somebody did something to you, keep it 100. This is not a money grab. This is more of a soul grab. Somebody took your soul, you trying to get your soul back? Well, this is how you do it. You make sure you have evidence. You make sure if that situation happened to you, you're not supposed to change your clothes. It's a proper way of you having yourself together. If you're going to change your clothes, put them in a bag. Save your evidence that you have, that you, even if you don't feel like you could tell it on that same day, you got to have something to back yourself, and you know better than that. Whether it's phone footage or something, you can't just come up here and splurt out something and expect people to just run behind you. Because not everybody is going to get that same. That's what we have to understand. Everybody's situations are different. And it happens to so many different people on a daily that it's almost to the point of scary. So that's what I would say for the females out there. If something should ever happen to you, because we know this is a wicked world, or even the guys out there, make sure your evidence in how you display yourself and present whatever you have to present to social media, make sure you do it the right way. That's all I'm saying. Because nowadays with the AI and everything, these wicked people out here would love to say, well, that could be AI when they know it can't. Don't let them fool you, because they're already trying to fool everybody else. So you got to come correct, queen. Don't just throw anything online. Make sure you get your lawyers and everything together before you jump up on here. This is no game on social media. You say some funny stuff, this go all the way to the president. People think it's a game on social media, but you got to watch what you say, because your words are powerful. And some people understand their words cut deep. Words travel. So the females out there, just be careful of who, if you have a problem with somebody or somebody did something to you, just make sure you have the proper evidence and you go about it the right way. If you didn't file a report, you have to have some kind of clothes they did that, something that could hold some DNA, a video or something that shows he was with him, that they can trace you to that place and him at that place at the same time with that cell phone, something. But don't just come with anything and just spit out a story. That's all. I love you, but we all gotta do things the right way on both sides, male and female now, because they got some females out here now. I've been watching a lot of things where some females they'll tell you anything, just to save their behind. But at the end of the day, we still gotta treat them like a queen, and we still gotta hear people's story. You don't block people out because the last story you didn't believe. The next story could be true to the next story could be true. So you always got to be open-minded of the story and know how to, dissect things and feel people out for who they actually are. And don't y'all see, like, the world right now, how it is? Everybody's high in this world. I wanted to talk to y'all about that. Everywhere I go, these people high. Everybody can't be high, man. Picture everybody making their decisions in this world high. Now, everybody's going to tell you, oh, no, I don't do nothing to me. I make the best decisions. I'm sharp when I'm high. But there was some times I was high that I was off. I won't think I would have made the best decision. The world is high, man. We got to take it down a little bit. Take it down a little bit. The THC is running people, driving people crazy. I'm grown enough to, to know that some people are more responsible when they're doing these type of things, and other people, they're irresponsible in whatever they do. So they can, whether it's smoking in the car or the music up and they can't drive, they're going to crash because they're too busy doing too many things at the same time, can't walk and chew gum at the same time situation. Those are the people we got to watch out for. Those are the people that they're drunk from the night before and they're crashing into the lady crossing the street. Drunk and high. By the time they sober up, they don't even understand the numbers that they're getting. You see, the one guy, he was drunk, he crashed in and he took a mother and he took a few people's life. And he got his eyes all big and they walking him out and he got his head all hold down. And the family pissing mad and they ready to give him 2 more cuffs in his eye. And he dipping in because he don't realize what he did. It's not to say he's a bad person, but it's just saying that you made a bad decision. Like you made a decision to go out there drinking, having a good time, and you didn't even have a partner to do it. People that have a good time by themselves usually are in a safer place. That's just common sense. If you're going to have a good time by yourself with a whole bunch of people, you ain't even supposed to be there. If you're going to be by yourself, try to link up with somebody and try to go in the place and have a good time. But you're throwing this liquor back to the back of your spine, and you don't realize that the next day you're going to wake up in the cell. And that's going to be your last, come on, man. We could do better than that. Especially, trust me, I'm West Indian. My people from Barbados. A lot of us West Indians, whether it's Jamaica, people don't realize rum and things like that, rum punch and all this stuff. You still gotta watch for all this stuff and keep it at a certain amount because you can't do that out here. You can't just live a Caribbean life in America because that type of life out here would get you in a lot of trouble. You can't live the Bob Marley on the beach life and go about it burning and you can't do that out here because there's a lot of other things going on. You turn your back and get drunk in this place and a shootout occur and you can't even get yourself out of the situation because you're drunk. It's not saying we can't do it, but it's just not the right timing for it. Watch what you do out there. Watch what you do. And watch the people that's giving you guys information on this YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of people, trying to get up here and do the right things. And I always try to leave like a little comment on some. And if I see a channel in somebody, I feel like I've learned something from somebody, or I just feel like the direction they're going is kind of similar to me, and just trying to uplift the people. I always show love, because there's so many other channels that's bringing the nonsense and talking about this so and so and how he did this and how he snitched on him, and well, both of you guys snitch on each other. You guys knew that. Why are you telling us on social media? We don't care. I don't care who you snitched on. Whatever you did, I hope it was worth it for you and yours. But at the end of the day, as long as it doesn't affect anybody else around you or in the community, I mind my damn business. I'm not too much of the talking to other people unless there's something out there that can help somebody else out with it from that situation. But people out here pointing the finger at everybody on YouTube, I just try to stay out of that nonsense, because at the end of the day, you don't get anything out there. People don't get anything out there. All they do is sit. It's like you're swimming in trauma, in this pool of trauma. And everybody just huddled around because they all traumatized up and they trauma induced and they huddling, laughing and joking and feeling good in this circle. But when the real world, they have to go back to that, that's where the stress kick in, because they know that type of stuff is not, it's not good for your everyday life. I remember being stressed out. I didn't want to do anything. Like, I didn't want to hear anything. Everybody, I couldn't see people for who they were. Everything was off. I couldn't read people's energy the right way. You got to get yourself back. That's what I'm gonna be on from now until next year. Just working on me, doing some, and especially everybody's getting their body right, but it's how you get your body right. I'm just trying to just get a little more on me, but not too. I don't really want to put on too much weight, but I want to just as for wherever health takes me and I can get a better shot at it. I'm gonna give it a shot, man, because in these times, it's the little things that's gonna account for your future, and it's the little things that's gonna make you feel more happy than you think. All these things that you're looking on social media, those things, man, you see it one time, you see it 100 times. It's not. It's gonna be. It'll be there. It'll be there. The shelf just looks empty, man. It's behind the wall. There's tons more of that stuff. It'll be back on the shelf. Keep your mind off of that stuff, man. You're hearing it from a person that's been up and down and back up again. It's not like people out here ain't trying to. Everybody out here trying to get the best they can do and get the best out of life. But it seems like the things that's holding us back are other people outside of what we're trying to do, and they're trying to hold what we're doing back. It's sad out there. Because as a mother or any family member, you lose somebody in the family, yeah, you was gonna start a business, yeah, you had the spirit to start your entrepreneur journey, but you just lost your little brother, your little niece, or your little nephew. How you think your mind is gonna be set to go on to your next journey? You gotta travel with that trauma now. That's an extra bag that you didn't even expect to travel with. But you gotta travel with that because somebody, boom, go out in the street now and just did what they want with whoever, and the stray bullet hit somebody you love. We got to think ahead of before we even get to the points where we want to get to. How are we going to deal with it through these other people and all these other distractions? It's hard as hell to keep up with your bills, but to keep up with these scammers and everybody else around it, oh, that's a full-time job. I love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I got new things coming today too. I want to do a new animation, just giving a different look on where social media can go, and just I don't know. I have like my mind is all puzzled up. I have dating apps in there. I want to throw in there like just like the maybe a scary horror story about a dating app. Sounds pretty good. Something like that. And I'm gonna work on it. I got a lot to do, but always want to keep your minds open and keep your bodies dressed drippy. That's my whole thing. See, this is vintage right now. This is a vintage iceberg Tom and Jerry joint. I just felt like throwing on some vintage. Patchwork New York Yankee hat, and these are New Balance tracks. And I'm just on some cool out today. The weather's kind of iffy with this weather, sticky, muggy. So I'm just trying to keep it in between. I like the oversized feel on it, so I just felt like I wanted my clothes to hang on me today. Because when it gets sticky and things like that, I don't like to wear any clothes too like on my body. I like to have clothes that's a little loose when it it's weather-wise. Sometimes you dress yourself towards the weather. When it's muggy and stuff outside, I have allergies, so I usually just dress myself a little looser, let the clothes hang off of me a little bit when it's muggy, because my allergies are really bad. It's crazy. And I don't know, my allergies got worse ever since all this stuff in the air. I noticed the air doesn't look right. If right now in the NYC is so muggy and dull, my hat is brighter than the sky. It's a shame. Let me see. I appreciate y'all though. Y'all funny. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to Tony. Shouts out to Put where y'all tuning in from? You know we out here in the NYC. Where y'all checking in from? Where y'all at though? Um Yo, they gonna be sending all these people with all these shootings to the army. Y'all watch and see. They gonna be sending them right out to the army. Since y'all wanna be shooting and y'all taking aim on folks that ain't got nothing to do with y'all situations, y'all go out to the army and not y'all have to earn y'all weapon. So you're going out there and you have to earn a weapon. So you start with no weapon. I can see how this is gonna go. I'll be out there working for the army, not even in the war. Because to be in the war, you have to set up a strategy, and you have to be your mindset has to be right regardless. Even if your mindset is off when you finish, when the war starts, your mindset has to be on point. Just know that. Y'all gonna make me listen to Sexxy Red way more. Y'all keep talking about homegirl. Shouts out to Nicki Minaj too. Just on some random. I seen Nicki Minaj. I seen her come down on Instagram. And Cardi B. Both of them females, they're looking beautiful out there doing what they do. I like the females out there, man. I like the queens doing their thing. I love that. I love to see the queens getting money. Why not? Why people hate? Like I never seen so many people, just hate on the stuff that they're not supposed to be hating on and just champion the things that makes no sense. We living in some times, boy, I tell you. I do, I gotta bring a lot more. What I seen, YouTube is doing too many updates. We got so many different things coming to YouTube. Y'all don't even know behind the scenes, man. It's doing so many updates. Some of them makes it easier for the content creator, but some of them makes it very confusing as far as like just getting your stuff recommended and things like that. But for the future for YouTube, I would really love to see that us smaller channels that we don't have as much as the millions of views and things like that. I would love to see us get recommended more because some of us we don't put out that negative content and sometimes that stuff overrides the stuff that we do. And I see a lot of content creators kind of inching towards the negative stuff. And I try to, even if it's something that doesn't might not be a subject that might be of good vibes, it's still a point you should make in that subject. And but people are just trying to catch a hold of people and trying to connect with people. So I can't get mad at that. It's a tightrope when you play with this. It's kind of like what hip hop went through, talent versus the hustle, and they went with the hustle and see where that turned out. So I wish they can just shine a little more light on the people that's really putting out. And there's so many, trust me, you'd be so surprised. I follow a lot of smaller channels, and you'd be so surprised how talented these smaller channels and these people are. But it's just the fact of them connecting and being recommended from these other people that pay their way, or the nonsense just travels like that morning news, man. That nonsense travels quick, and there's so many people that's just with that negative energy that it makes it very very difficult to get in front of the public and them find something. But what I do appreciate, when people find my channel, I'm seeing more and more people are subscribing, And that says to me that you guys appreciate what I'm saying, and you guys are taking something that I'm saying and adding it to what you're doing, or maybe just adding it to maybe turning your life around or starting a new business. And that lets me know that y'all appreciate my time, and so it makes me get up and it makes me work harder and harder to get to you guys new designs. And trust me, when this all goes out, there'll be nobody on this YouTube that has a better clothing brand than me. Trust me. That's not being cocky or anything. It's just the way my mind works. I won't put y'all out there dressing and wearing or looking like some fool, because the reason why I made my brand like that is preppy streetwear. It's giving you some kind of like, you got to put some class about yourself. Don't go out there and just have like a sloppy fit on and just slap things together. I wanted to give you guys a little more neatness and give you guys a little more texture when it came down to my brand. Now, as far as brands, you're gonna see other people's brands just taking the they're taking light and they're taking off because some of them are doing the right thing and some of them are just copying other brands that's on top. But what happens is I have an exclusive party going on. I have an exclusive chat going on. I have something that's only between us. And that's what makes it feel good, because at the end of the day, eventually, the lines are going to get longer on this party. We all know that. But what we're doing right now, and the conversations and the times we spend together, and the clothes that we trade, and designs, the mindsets that we clash at and we trade, we're gonna be way ahead. Trust me. You're not dealing with somebody that's just a one trick pony. This has been my journey. We're not in the beginning of my journey. We're kind of like in the middle of my journey. And I'm at the point where I appreciate my life and I appreciate the things that God has blessed me with. And I took a little bit of those things along the way, and I'm going to package them up in a way where I could give it back to you guys so you guys can get up here too. Not like these gatekeepers in hip hop. That's where you hear gatekeepers that they try to present themselves like, they did this and they did that for people, but in their heart it wasn't pure enough to show that, their intentions was really for them. A lot of these people held people back. Some people had the manly macho vibe. They don't want somebody to do better than them. And some people were just straight up, they just felt like, intimidated. I get that all the time. I get that a lot of times because people want you to maybe dumb down your vocabulary because they're at a certain state where they feel like, they'll feel out of place. And you got to think to yourself, you never dumb down who you are. You never, like, stop who you are for somebody else. If they can't step it up to where you at, then you just meet people at other levels where you're trying to reach. But you never go backwards just because somebody doesn't understand you or they didn't get you at this certain point. Because there's going to be a point where they do get you. Just wanted to tell you guys that, man. So when it comes to my brand, yeah, my brand is building. I designs it. I make a lot of designs, but at the end of the day, it takes a while for me to finalize it. And that's just a thing I deal with myself. I just want, at least not, I'm not saying perfect, but close to perfect. And I want whatever energy I wanted to build in that design. I want people, when they put it on, they can feel that automatically. So that's been a feat for me, and I've just been working. You guys got to check the site out. It's inspiredbydreams.shop. I got a lot of dope stuff. A lot of people, and I appreciated people asking me about my brand and in the comment section, just asking me, where was I at with it and things like that. I appreciate all questions like that because it lets me know that you do understand and appreciate that. I love fashion, and this is one of my goals. So yeah, I appreciate anybody asking about, how am I doing to this certain point? How much money am I making? I might not give you the exact number, but I can also tell you, maybe certain points where you can hit and you can make a substantial amount to get you going and keep you going through and keep paying things off and tripling things, and here and there you can make your little profits. T-shirts, it's hard to make a profit off of in these times, let me tell you. T-shirts I don't make anything off, but I still happy when people buy them. But T-shirts you don't make a lot of money off. I usually make more money on my heavy set clothes. My heavy clothes I make more money off. So when you see like the light wears and like the T-shirts and things like that, I don't make that much money off of it. But like they all say, it adds up. So it's kind of like this when you guys give me a drop of super chat. Why you guys not super chatting? Get me a little drink or something in the morning. But it's kind of like when people super chat, it adds up. It doesn't matter how much you put in there, but it adds up, and that's the same way. With T-shirts, you don't make that much of profit, but you want to use that canvas as a T-shirt because in the summertime, people make some of the best memories, and you want that memory to be a part of your brand, to be a part of that memory, whether it's in a picture, a video, or something. That's how I look at it, and I always want my brand to be a part of somebody's memory. So I always keep the T-shirts out, even if I don't make anything off of it. It doesn't mean that I don't make anything in money, but I do make in brand value and just the trust in the brand. So that's where I make that back at. And when it comes to us small fashion designers, the good thing about us is that we get to read the temperature of the streets. And even if you tell me you have the most amount of money and you're balling this and that, I can still read and still put the price down a little bit so I can, just accompany you with how you feel, with making you feel a little more easier to spend with me than running over to another brand that's been out there for years. I can at least play the price point with you guys and work things out. So I can show you my stuff is just as great as those other brands. So that's kind of how I do my little competition. But yeah, it's been with a clothing with a clothing brand. It's all about your reach. How far can you get it out to the people, and how do they feel when they put your stuff on? So these are the things that I'm tackling, and I'm still working my hardest every single day. And the brand is growing every single day, and so are my supporters. Love you, y'all. Love y'all. It's the Fenty way. Is music allowed for background? And if so, do you take suggestions? Oh, okay. So let me know. Music for what? For a live stream? Or what are you talking about? Music for like a YouTube video? Because you could put music in the background. If you, like if you want, you could send me, if you want me to put some music. But the thing about that is it's a whole, YouTube is doing this. It's really crazy, you guys, especially when you're dealing with music that has, copyright or anything like that that can get the page messed up. But as far as if you want me to do like a promo or anything for your music, you could send me I'm not, you send me a link of it and I give you a shout out and whatnot for your music. I'll check it out, give you an analysis on it. Let me see. Oh, the live stream. Okay. Now, when it comes to live stream, I think I could play music, but it'll have to be like I could play like maybe an instrumental or something back here. But as far as like music from an artist, I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we could do that yet. I wish that was like that because then what would happen with live streaming, we can all open up our own little radio stations. But I don't know. It kind of sucks. That'd be dope. Oh, let me see Snoop Dogg. I love Snoop Dogg. What you saying? Red light, green light. Featuring Snoop Dogg by Limp Bizkit. I'm gonna check that out, yo. I love Snoop and Limp Bizkit. He's dope, dude. I'll definitely check that out. I wish I could play it in the back. Let me see. No, I don't want to. I don't want to get myself in trouble. Trust me. Even us with our small channels, they'll take us right out, y'all. They'll wipe us out, boy. They man, trust me. We all we got. When I tell you that, I really mean it. We all we got as small content creators. People be on here like so worried about the wrong things when we really, if we came together, we could all have this whole circle of getting things going. But hey, there's a lot of good music out there. Did y'all the Memphis Bleek is dropping some heat, y'all. Trust me when I tell you. Check Memphis out. Bands up. That's just me looking and I bumped in like, oh, he dropped another one and I checked it out. I'm like, oh, it's hitting. It's just like Joel Santana. Joel's has been dropping fire consistently. Them two people right there, Joel's and Mem, yo, that might be a dope duo to have if they did like a dope mixtape or dope collabo. That right there would be crazy. Memphis and Joel Santana, they might shake something up behind with that. I'm telling you. Memphis Bleek and Joel Santana representing the young boys of the cliques that they were from. I could see it right now. That would be really, really dope. But, you know, they both dropping heat on their own individual platforms. And I like what's been dropping because it shows the kids another direction that they can go. And I love that, man. Word. What's goody, y'all? What's goody, cat lover? You said English? You know, yeah. Um, English or Spanish? English. I know a little bit of Spanish. Nah, I'm fronting. I need me a Spanish mommy to teach me some more Spanish. That'd be nice. So I got a lot of things coming up that I want to show you guys. Today I'm gonna be working hard, but I got a lot more things coming up. I might do another reaction. I'm kind of digging those. I see you guys like my reactions, so yeah, man. So what y'all doing for the weekend though? The weekend y'all enjoying yourself? Y'all being safe? What y'all gonna be up to? Anything? No, I'm doing all that today, bro. I'm doing all that today. I'm checking out the Eminem album today. I'm doing all that today. Trust me. I got a few things I gotta check out. I know I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind because I was just behind the scenes. Trust me, things were so hectic for your boy. I was doing a whole bunch of things, and plus I was just trying to get the brand and everything. Sometimes things can be so stressful. You guys don't even know. They got like this whole new thing, this whole back to the school thing that's going on with the brand, and they want me to put like just get things together for the kids for the back to school season. And that's been rattling my head too because I'm not prepared for that right now. Right now, I was on my design, but I gotta go check out the Eminem. All these new albums and things like that. I'm gonna be listening to them while I design. So yeah, I'm gonna check M out. I like Eminem. M is cool, man. Eminem, is one of those artists that has a big respect in hip hop more than he has. Like other people, they didn't gather as much respect that Eminem gathered for himself just because of how he treats his craft and he sticks to what he sticks to. I like that, and he's a hip hop head. Eminem, I love Eminem. Some just because people are they so the thing with Eminem when like coming out the streets in the hood and things like that, people are more attracted to say what they don't like than what they do like. But Eminem had a few cuts in there that could last. It's priceless. Like Eminem has his journey was crazy and it's not even over. He's still continuing it. Eminem has a if people really sit down with what Eminem been putting out and separate the stuff that they don't like and the stuff that they do like, he has a lot of deep stuff on there, man. He's been through a lot with his family and his daughters and stuff that he tries to implement in his music. So I'm messing with M, man. I'm gonna definitely check the Eminem joint out. And I definitely need something. I need to open my ears up to something because everything has been on the same BPM. I need to open myself up to a different sound, a different bounce, a different BPM or something. So yeah, I'm definitely checking that out. What else dropped? Let me see. What? You gotta send that to me. Also Clancy by 21 Pilots. Yo, send that to me. Send that to me. Send that. I never heard of that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I feel left out. See, when people do that, that's what get me. That's what gets me. Things like that. Like when I feel like somebody has a dope artist and I missed out on some great stuff. Send me that. Leave that in the comment section when this is over. I want to check that artist out, and it's a dope name. I never heard. I don't think I heard that artist. Maybe I might have heard some music, but I don't think I heard that artist before. What is that? I really got to do. I've been. Everybody's been in their own little bubble, and you could just tell that I've been in my little bubble, just trying to do things behind the scene and get things together with the family and stuff. But yeah, I gotta check that out. Um, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get back up with y'all though. I'm not gonna forget y'all. Y'all just make sure I'm gonna drop some new stuff today as far as some like reactions and things. So it's not like we're leaving each other. We gonna link back up. We link up. We link up. We link up. We link up. But I'm gonna get with y'all later on with the reactions. Make sure if you subscribe to this channel, you know what it is. You can press the little bell by the side. Ding 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 ding. And you guys can know when I drop my next joints, and y'all be notified before everybody else. All right, all my dreamers and dreamettes, it's your boy Mickey made it. Love y'all. Until next time.